Okay, we are with the director of Matt's Chance, Nicholas Genie. Nicholas, welcome to the Gasparilla International Film Festival.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
You grew up in Seattle, Washington, and you were making films as a teenager.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I started out in high school. I made a feature film my senior year that got me a scholarship to USC's film school.
Which is a very prestigious one, quite obviously. And how did you cast that film? Did you use friends as your talent? How did you do it?
I starred in it. So if you can imagine, the acting was pretty bad, but you know, I think they saw the potential in what I could do, and I guess the mere fact that I was able to make a feature film when I was 17 is what really, you know, made them want to bring me to their school.
So did the director and the actor start hating each other or not?
You know, yeah, we fought constantly. Internal struggles, we called them.
This is your third feature as a professional, and Matt's Chance sounds kind of a quirky storyline, yes? Explain what it is. A dark comedy, is that appropriate?
Yeah, more like a dark dramedy. There's a lot of dramatic elements to the film, but it's basically, it's actually loosely based on a true story about a Seattle friend of mine. And it's about a guy who walks in on his fiancée, sleeping with another man, and then he just kind of loses it. Goes on this revenge quest to get even and meets these colorful characters played by Gary Busey and Lee Majors and Margot Kidder, who kind of help put his life into perspective.
It's a very strong cast. Talk about your other actors.
Yeah, the supporting cast. Yes, we have. We got Lee Majors, who played this barber who with an agenda is what we call him. Gary Busey played an eccentric pawn shop owner. Margot Kidder plays an aging stripper, and then we've got a Seattle comedian named Eddie Zanadakye, who actually co-wrote the script with me, and he plays a priest who's Matt's best friend. And we've got a lovely actress named Brandy Kopp, who plays Jessica, the villainous temptress, and an amazing New York actor named Bill Cerise, who plays a Hungarian gangster named Gabor.
Matt is played by?
Edward Furlong. So he's famous from Terminator 2 and American History X, and this is like a comeback film for him.
So I can't wait to see it because it sounds really, really interesting. And is this genre really appealing to you? You say dramedy.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because as you grow with your writing and your filmmaking, you realize how important comedic elements are in every kind of film, just to keep, you know, that rhythm alive. And I tend to write more dramatic stuff, and to kind of mask the intensity of the storyline with some humor really helps to sell, you know, what we're talking about.
When you are a young producer, director, as you are, how tough is it to crack into the business? Now, again, you had the scholarship opportunity at USC. That's obviously an advantage that a lot of people don't have. But how tough is it to get the respect of others? I mean, you cast some veteran actors in this, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you know, it's hard. You know, I'm 26 years old right now, and you know, when I walk into a meeting, people assume that I don't know what I'm talking about, and so I really have to work hard to make sure they see that I do. And I've gotten very lucky, but it's a lot of hard work, a lot of just relentless, stubborn determination. I made my first professional feature while I was still going to USC Film School when I was 19. And that is a horrible, horrible, terrible movie, but it made a lot of money for me because it was geared towards this kind of low-budget schlock horror crowd that, you know, picks up these low-budget movies at blockbusters, right? So it worked out. I wish it was a good movie. It's not. But my second film, The Penitent Man, stars Lance Henriksen, who's famous for playing Bishop in Aliens. And that was my first real, you know, kind of success. It won some awards and came out in theaters and had a good run. And so this is like the next level.
Well, again, thank you for coming here to Gasparilla International Film Festival. Very good luck with the film.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We're here with one of the featured actors in Matt's Chance, Eddie Zanadakye.
Yeah, you get it. You did it. That was amazing. That was your first try.
I can read phonetically. It's basically how I do it. Eddie, you've done a few films, but you're a fairly young actor. And just tell me about this opportunity to work in Matt's Chance.
This is probably the biggest opportunity I've had in my career when it comes to entertainment and everything like that. I did a lot of theater growing up and owned a theater for about 3 years. I do stand-up comedy. Nick's always known me as a comedic performer, and so this was an opportunity where he can add some comedic value to his movie and make a great movie. And so we've been waiting a long time to work together, and he finally had an opportunity. friends that we couldn't put in the movie.
But is Daddy Dave a priest? Is that the deal?
Yes, he's a priest. And actually, in reality, there was a priest who actually saved the real Matt. He had a sawed-off shotgun in his car, and the cops were coming to get him. And this priest helped him out, and he put it, he hid the gun, and then he basically tried to tell him to better himself and whatnot. But so, yeah, it was one of his best friends. It was a guy that helped him out. So, yeah, he is a priest in the movie, yeah.
So, with your background in stand-up, explain the difference between getting up in front of an audience and trying to make them laugh, which is much harder than most people think, and then being on camera. You mentioned theater work, and there's a difference between all three disciplines. Stand-up's one thing, being in a play, live theater is different, and then film is entirely different. Film is much more subtle, is it not?
I've learned that I do not need to try so hard. I can definitely tone myself down, and Edward Furlong really helped me out with that, because he was in the movie. He's very subtle with his lips, just do just very basic things, and a camera picks up so much, And with theater, it's all about projecting your voice, And with stand-up, it's you got one shot. There's not multiple shots after this. Either they laugh or they don't, and you get a reaction, or you don't, and move on. You better learn how to read an audience. In a movie, if you look bad, they can make you look good, and I think Nick was able to find the perfect shots, the perfect angles, the perfect takes to make me look good. Yeah.
And so going forward, do you think you'll still pursue all three?
Oh yeah, I want to do it all. I want to do everything. I mean, I do rap music, I do sketch comedy, I do improv, I do theater. Movies right now are very exciting for me, and because of all these festivals, we've been able to book comedy on the road. So I've been basically meeting new people, networking with comedy clubs, and getting to do the movie biz. So can't wait to do more movies, for sure. But I definitely want to stick with comedy and entertainment in general, yeah.
Eddie, take it from me. You're way too talented, and it's really kind of nauseating, but it's okay. No, very seriously. Thank you for coming to the Gasparilla International Film Festival. Good luck with Matt's chance.
This has been a very exciting festival. It's well done. I have not been stressed out at all, which is just amazing, and I'm just having a blast. So you did it, Gasparilla. You guys.
We're with Brandy Kopp, who is one of the featured actors in Matt's Chance. And Brandy, welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We're glad to have you here. You were born in Canada.
Yes, Vancouver.
And when did you come to the United States? Was it when you decided you wanted to act, or did you do that in your home country?
No, I had been acting in Canada, and then I was then doing shows in LA, and so I made the move about 4 years ago.
Did you start on stage first?
I didn't know. I was too scared. I love camera. I love set. I feel like there's nothing I can't do there. I'm not scared at all, and it's wonderful. I'm working with Nick. It's so nice to have a director that, pushes you and makes you feel free to be anything, pretty, ugly, all of it, and I love that. It's more fun.
And Nick is a pretty young guy at 26 years old, but he seems to be an old soul to me.
He's 26 going on 70. He's so ahead of his years. I'm so impressed with him. When you hit 18 and you know what you want to do and you're gung-ho, you can be 26 doing what you want to do. So it's...
Now, I want to talk about your character, who's not very nice to Matt.
Horrible. Well, no, she's horrible. Her reasons for being horrible are understandable. She's, he gave up. She's sad. He's not a good fiance anymore, but you don't do the things that she did. You break up. You don't do it. She's awful.
Did you? And you're not. So, but do you like playing against type?
Yeah, way more fun. Because nice is what you are every day to people. And that's fun to play. And then people like you. So the scary thing is playing these roles, people assume, if they don't understand the industry, they assume that I am that character. So I'll meet people, and the girls especially will be a little weird. I'm like, I swear to God, it's the character. But it's more fun because then I really get to act and just be a bitch.
How about working with the other cast members? How much fun was that?
It was an adventure, to say the least. Gary Busey's wonderfully crazy, and Furlong is wonderful to work with. He was very protective of me, which I appreciated, and I have such a crush on Lee Majors. The only 72-year-old man I've ever thought was so attractive.
And did you know who he was?
I did, yeah. My family, I grew up with them being big fans, and then working with him, I became a fan, and I fell in love with his wife. She's so beautiful.
Well, we're delighted to have you here. Great luck with the film.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Are you staying to watch? Yay!